Hello, my name is Zoe Nagle. I am 20 years old and I'm currently in my second year of my Bachelor of Music degree in the Hochschule für Musik und Theater in Munich, Germany, and I play the cello. So I was very fortunate in terms of my music education before coming to Munich. I went to the Cork School of Music in Ireland and had absolutely amazing tuition from my cello teacher, Christopher Marwood, but also from my piano teacher, Sabine Ducrot, and as well as musicianship lessons and lots of chamber music lessons. So I did the Leaving Certificate, which is the equivalent of the A levels in the Republic of Ireland, and I just did that exam because it is the standard examination to do at the end of secondary school. So my biggest reason for coming to study here in Munich was for my cello teacher, Julian Steckel. He is an amazing teacher and I have learned a lot from him, and I have a lot more to learn from him as well. As well as that, I knew that I wanted to come and study in Germany because the arts are really valued and supported here, so it's really a great environment to be a musician in. I think the biggest bit of advice that I would give to anyone completing an application form would be to give yourself enough time. An awful lot of the time there can be a lot of elements to the application, so keeping in mind the deadline and just giving yourself time to go through it slowly and make sure that you don't miss anything. I think that's important. So the way the audition process here works, there are three elements. There's the practical instrument audition where you play your prepared pieces, some scales, a little bit of sight reading. There's a piano exam, and then there's also a written musicianship exam. So it can be daunting, but I think it's important to remember that the people on the panel are very much on your side. They want you to do well, they want you to play well. So try and keep that in mind. So the process of choosing a teacher is relatively simple. It's just on the application form. You write down which teacher you would like to study with, and if all goes well, that is the teacher that you would be assigned to. So it's a good idea to have an idea of who you would like to study with before you have to fill out the application form, whether that's from going to a masterclass with the teacher or just being familiar with their playing. That can definitely be very helpful. Funding is definitely something to keep in mind. Luckily here in Germany, compared to other countries, tuition fees are relatively affordable. However, it's still a great idea to always keep an eye out for grants that you can apply for, or even competitions that might offer bursaries as a prize. So I think my favourite thing about studying in the conservatory here in Munich is the environment. It's a place where I always feel pushed to really work hard and do my best, and the people around me are really motivated and so passionate about music, so it's great to share the atmosphere with them. In terms of moving country and learning a new language, that was definitely something that was a bit intimidating for me, especially when I first came over. But to anyone who's planning on doing that, I think really you'll be so surprised at how quickly you internalize the language and how quickly you start to pick up things. So it's really it turns into a really exciting thing, and it's not something to worry about at all. In terms of student life, I absolutely love living here in Munich. It's a place where it's just so exciting to live. There's always something happening. There's always somewhere to go or something to see, whether it's a concert or an art exhibition. Um, it's a very cultural place, and I couldn't recommend it more to live in as a student.